Welcome to the TranSouth Financial Credit Union Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. A lot of drivers in the field for today's race in the Athletic Cup Series Season 99. 37 in total look to tame this legendary and historic racetrack that is known as Too Tough to Tame. Steve Park was the fastest in qualifying. He will be on the front row, but the bigger story today is that car starting fourth. Ricky Rudd returns to racing. Ricky Rudd had a horrific crash 4 weeks ago at North Wilkesboro, breaking several ribs and his wrist. Through recovery, he came out fast, and he's back for today's race. Dale Jarrett is the driver to watch for. He starts second. Very good here at Darlington. Won the latest race here at Darlington back in 1998. Then you got Jeff Gordon, always a threat when we come to Darlington. He has got a great race car and a sweet paint scheme, along with Bobby Labonte, who wrecked last week at Martinsville. Very frustrating for him, high up in the points, and gets taken out by Michael Waltrip. And then Mike Skinner, who is historically bad at this racetrack, looks to have a rebounding day as he starts third. Now for the command. Gentlemen, start your engines. The cars have fired up and roared to life and will roll off for the TranSouth Financial Credit Union Southern 500. Now for the starting lineup, Steve Park and Dale Jarrett on row 1, Mike Skinner and Ricky Rudd in his return in row 2, Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton in row 3, and Mark Martin and Jeremy Mayfield in row 4. Row 5, we find Bobby Labonte and Terry Labonte. In row 6, Michael Waltrip and last week's winner, Kyle Petty. Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Tony Stewart in row 7, and Bill Elliott and Ernie Irvin in row 8. Buckshot Jones making his ACS99 debut next to John Andretti in row 9. Wally Dallencrash and Kenny Irwin in row 10. Elliott Sadler and Rusty Wallace in row 11. Kenny Wallace and Bobby Hamilton in row 12. Chad Little and Ward Burton in row 13. Jimmy Spencer and Sterling Marlin in row 14. Joe Nemechek, Ken Schrader, row 15. And then Kevin LePage and Darrell Waltrip in row 16. You got Ted Musgrave and Robert Presley in row 17. Row 18 is Johnny Benson and Jerry Nadeau. And starting out last is Derek Cope. Now we are ready to go green flag racing here at the Lady in Black. The track that's too tough to tame. Green flag is in the air. Steve Park gets a decent jump on Dale Jarrett, but Dale Jarrett's going to cross him over coming off of turn 2. Down the backstretch they fly into turn 3 and 4. Some sharp corners. Oh, Jeff Burton gets loose in the middle of 3 wide and hits the wall in lap 1. Dale Jarrett will take lap 1 as he passes Steve Park, your pole sitter. There's Mike Skinner looking to have a good day, but he's getting passed for third place by Jeff Gordon. Gordon is on a comeback trail this season as he has started deep in the points after the first couple races. Here in ACS99, he's got a big hole to climb out of. As the cars roll through turns 1 and 2 here, the widest turns. Oh, we got a car in the wall. It's the Wallace brothers, Kenny Wallace and Rusty Wallace. And they catch Chad Little and Sterling Marlin in this wreck as well. Watch as Kenny Wallace gets into Rusty. Chad Little nowhere to go, comes down in front of Sterling Marlin. Marlin was up there in the point standings. It was actually a threat to win the title on an underdog. But today, that will set him back as Kenny Wallace gets kind of a push from Ward Burton, it looks like. And Chad Little had nowhere to go, along with Rusty Wallace and Sterling. So Rusty, Sterling, Chad Little, and Kenny Wallace are the cars involved in this lap 3 crash. Not good for Rusty Wallace. He's up there in the point standings. But now the action is back. We are green flag racing once again. Dale Jarrett gets a great jump on Steve Park, and so does Jeff Gordon. Gordon goes to the inside of Steve Park for the second position. We talked about Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon at the top of the show. Definitely your drivers to watch for today, and they are running 1 and 2. No doubt that they have some speed under those Ford and Chevys. Down the back they fly. Gordon trying to reel in Dale Jarrett as Mayfield and Steve Park, they battle for the third position. Here comes Mark Martin underneath Jeremy Mayfield for the fourth position. Martin moving his Xerox Ford Fusion through the field. The first time Xerox has been on a car since the late Alan Kawicki. Around the outside goes Mark Martin for third. What a pass by Mark the Kid Martin. Now, here comes Gordon. He gets a good run on Jarrett. He gets into him. Gordon had to get off the gas, and he does not end up passing Dale Jarrett. He had a stronger run than he anticipated, and Dale Jarrett gets to keep the lead. I'm sure Dale Jarrett's a little bit angry and upset with Gordon over that pass. Gordon once again has to get on the brake. Didn't want to get to the back of Jarrett. Now 4 laps remaining. It's Dale Jarrett in the race lead. It's getting tight up here for this Lead as they battle coming off of turn 2. Jeff Gordon's going to look to the inside on Dale Jarrett. Through 3 and 4. Gordon gets the lead, but Jarrett's going to cross him over in turn 4. 3 laps to go. Gordon to the inside once again, but here comes Mark Martin. They battle for second as Jarrett. Can he get away? But Gordon gets another good run. To the outside, Gordon goes. He gets the position on Dale Jarrett. Jeff Gordon to the point with 2 laps remaining, but Mark Martin is still in his mix. Gordon's not out of the woods yet. Down the back stretch they come. Mark Martin's all over the back bumper. Through 3 and 4, coming to get the white flag as Jeff Gordon leading Mark Martin by less than a car length. Through 1 and 2, the final time. Martin's going to get a run off 2. Here they come, side by side for the race lead. Into 3 and 4, Jarrett's going to dive bomb in there. He gets Gordon into the wall. Mark Martin's going to come off 4 and win the TranSouth Financial 500. What a finish. Great race here. What a finish at Darlington here as Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon battle here in 3 and 4, and Dale Jarrett's going to come out of nowhere and dive bomb it. And Jeff Gordon cannot be happy with Dale Jarrett about that. We may see payback of some sort. So Dale Jarrett's questionable move probably costed Jeff Gordon this race. Martin, you could say, had a chance to get him, but you can see Jeff Gordon definitely gets slowed up. That gives Martin enough time to scoot through on the apron. Question of the day, did that cost Jeff Gordon the race? Certainly looks like it. Gordon could have gave Martin a much stronger battle. You see Martin gets in the apron there, does not get the greatest run off of 4. That allows Gordon to get into the mix once again. Maybe Jarrett's still a little upset about the contact here at lap 6. Watch as Gordon just gets a great run on Dale Jarrett. Gets into his back bumper, but Mark Martin takes the TranSouth Financial Southern 500 victory today. So now we're going to check out your point standings after race 9. Mark Martin is at the top, Dale Jarrett second, Bobby Labonte third, Jeff Burton fourth, Rusty Wallace falls down to 5th after today's wreck. Mayfield, Jeff Gordon up to 7th, Kenny Irwin, Dale Earnhardt, Sterling Marlin, they round out your top 10. Ernie Irvin's 11th, Kyle Petty drops to 12th, 13th is Mike Skinner, 14th Jimmy Spencer, 15th Tony Stewart, Ward Burton, Terry Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Steve Park, and Bill Elliott round up your top 20. Bobby Hamilton, John Andretti, Kevin LePage, Chad Little, Michael Waltrip, Derek Cope, Elliott Sadler, Joe Nemechek, Jerry Nadeau, and Wally Dallenbach, your top 30. Waltrip, Benson, Kenny Wallace. Now you're going to check out your finishing results. Mark Martin takes the victory here. What an exciting finish for these top 3. All had a chance to win. Jeff Gordon finished second, and third was Dale Jarrett. Steve Park, your pole sitter, hangs around to get a top 5. Not bad for him. Bobby Labonte, we talked to him at the top of the show. He got a nice top 5. Then Mike Skinner held on at a track he struggles at to finish 6th. Jeremy Mayfield looked promising early but falls to 7th. Terry Labonte with a nice top 10. Then there's Jeff Burton hanging around for a top 10 after smacking the wall on lap 1. And in its return, the Iron Man of the race, Ricky Rudd, finishes 10th. 11th was Ernie Irvin. 12th, Bill Elliott. And 13th today was Tony Stewart. And 14th was Michael Waltrip. 15th today was Dale Earnhardt Sr. Had a struggling day, but gets a nice top 15. 16th, Ward Burton. 17th was Elliott Sadler. 18th today in his ACS99 debut was Buckshot Jones. 19th was Kyle Petty, last week's winner. 20th, Kenny Irwin. 21st, Ken Schrader. 22nd was Jimmy Spencer. And 23rd, Kevin LePage. Finishing 24th today, John Andretti. And 25th was Wally Dallenbach. 26th, Robert Presley. 27th was Joe Nemechek. And in 28th, Ted Musgrave. 29th today, Bobby Hamilton. And in 39th, Johnny Benson. 31st today was Derek Cope. 32nd, Jerry Nadeau. And 33rd was Darrell Waltrip. 34th, Kenny Wallace. And 35th, Chad Little. 36th today, Sterling Marlin. Very disappointing for him. And even more disappointing for Rusty Wallace, who was in contention to take the points lead in this race. Didn't happen. Next race, we go to Battle Creek. Get excited for that. Thank you everybody for watching. This is JG24, James26, signing out.